It is Sleazy Effects back at it with another video. This is a video on how I caught $700 win, $700 profit, 27 pips on GBPUSD just now. Trade just got cleared, just closed out, just hit all my take profits. I'm going to show you a picture on my M24 right now. Here you go. As you can see, 696 so dollar has been banked. It was like $700, but between like commissions and stuff, it ended up being like a little bit under 600. The account is currently at, I believe, 50,696. That was my first trade I took on the account. And yes, this is a fully funded account, 50K account. My plans is to get 250K to 300K funded with my Forex funds, but for right now, we just 50K funded, right? And again, how did I win this trade, right? If you guys haven't watched my previous videos, check them out, and we're going to be talking about it right now. You guys know, if you guys been watching the videos before, is that I'm super in tune with the DXY when it comes to taking trades with USD pairs, GBP USD, Euro USD, and stuff like that. Again, I don't actually trade Euro USD, but if I did, I will be using the DXY. If I search up Euro USD, I guarantee you it's dropping right now, and that's because the US dollar has been super bullish, right? Look, it's not that hard, right? And what I would honestly do is just take sell setups based off the fact that price is super bullish when it comes to the US dollar. Again, here is a clean Fibonacci sell. If you guys haven't watched my video on Fibonacci, check out that video, right? And if you strictly stick to a good structure where you take 1 or 2 trades per day, take trades that have high probability of going in your favor, you will be profitable. Having good psychology, having good risk management, all those other key factors, right? And that's what you want to be doing. And that's what I did with this account, right? And this is what I'm going to be doing with this account, right? So again, if we look at the DXY, we see that the DXY has been super bullish, right? Creating higher highs and higher lows this entire time. Structure has been literally just been bullish the past month alone. Right here, you can see that price has just been creating higher highs and higher lows, rejecting off the 50 SMA, rejecting off for structure, clean market structure, and this is on the 4-hour time frame. So I know that the dollar has been super strong, right? And again, the opposite for the pound. If we look at GBP, it's been creating lower lows and lower highs for a while now, right? Yes, you have minor time frame pullbacks within this move, but for the most part, structure is super bearish. And that's what you've been seeing, right? We have broke structure. We're trading below the 50 SMA on the 15-minute time frame. I caught an entry based off the 20 SMA, and I rolled price down. We had some sort of back and forth action before the market actually kicked in around 3 a.m. And once 3 a.m. happened, the market completely shifted and melted with the volatility of the market opening, right? And my target was just hitting this certain support zone. I did have this certain zone as well as this little demand zone where I can see price going to as well, hitting this 50 SMA. But honestly, like, I'm okay with it. I usually trade New York session, and I'd rather just bank on my, 2 times my risk than kind of hold trades, because, again, anything can happen when it comes to trading. Trading is a game of probabilities, and you want to go into trading with that mindset, right? Taking 1 or 2 trades a day, being consistent, having good habits versus having good home run trades, right? If I'm consistently catching 1 or 2 trades per day and I'm winning 50% of my trades, even 40% of my trades, hell, even 30% of my trades, if I have a good risk reward, I can be profitable, right? If even more. So that's the type of, bias I have. I am risking starting off, right? If you look at my Forex funds, they allow you to have $6,000 max drawdown when it comes to the 50K account. So if you look at the 50K account, you have, right, $6,000 max drawdown. So let's say right here, right, you have an account with my Forex funds. You purchase the 60K account, the 50K account. You have $6,000 max drawdown. You divide that by 20. You have 20 trades risking 300, right? So what I'm doing is I'm risking $300 a trade. I'm risking $300 a trade until I'm on 2%. That way, if I start any month off in drawdown, right? If I start off and I just lose 3 trades in a row, it's fine because I'm only risking $300 a trade. I'm only risking 300. I have 20 trades before I blow the account versus risking 1% and only having 12 or 10 trades before I blow the account. And this is how I go about trading funded prop firms and stuff like that. When it comes to the challenges, when it comes to phase 1 and 2 of the challenges, I usually only risk 1 to even possibly 2%. But when it comes to trading live and my strategy when I actually trade live, it's all about sustainability, right? It's all about keeping these accounts for the long term. It's not about having big 20, 30, 40% months. If I can consistently make, 10 to 20% of my account, risking anywhere between 0.5% to upwards of 2% with dynamic risk, right? But for the most part, risking anywhere between 0.5% to 1% of my account, making 10 to 15% a month, I can be consistent versus going for a 20 to 50% growth a month, which is very unrealistic when it comes to a prop firm. So that's pretty much how I go about it. Risking, 0.5% in the beginning, and yeah, so risk 0.5% in the beginning, and then once I'm up roughly around 1 to 2%, right? Once I'm roughly up around 2% or so, then I start risking 1% when I have equity to justify me risking 1%, because now I'm only risking profit. So those are the type of things you can do to give yourself a better edge. And then once you're up around 6 to 10%, then you can start implementing, dynamic risk and stuff like that, and allow yourself to give you that cushion just in case you mess up and have certain things that kind of cause you to necessarily have during a certain drawdown, right? When you start doing dynamic risk and all these other things, you can kind of start to have yourself having a deeper drawdown, right? So if you're not doing that, and if you guys don't know what that is, check out Raul's videos on dynamic risk. But if you guys are not doing that, I would check out, like his videos or something like that. But if you're not doing that, then just stick to either one risk or, risk like 1% per trade once you're up, let's say 2 or 3%. You know what I'm saying? Even 5%, you know what I'm saying? But I just do like 2% or so, because that's good for me. And if I go revert back to break even, then I go back to risking $300, right? And that way it's like if I have a losing streak, let's say I grow my account from, and I make $1,000 profit in my account. That is 2% of 50K. So that gives me 2 trades before I go back to break even. If I go back to break even at that point, then I revert back to $300 and I just repeat that process, right? I could give myself more of a wiggle room where I can be up 1,500 and be like, okay, once I'm up 1,500, I'm now going to risk 1%. And I can do stuff like that as well. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I usually do around 2 to 3%. And if it's a really high probability setup that I see price going in my favor, like a setup like this, then, I would do that when I'm up, honestly, even 1% of my account. I'll be comfortable with risking 500. And yeah, so, for people who kind of got lost in this video, again, I'll break down again. The DXY was super, super bullish. It's been super, super bullish for the past month, right? And the DXY, for people who don't know, is the strength and weakness of the US dollar. So if the dollar is going up, right, then what is the pound doing? It's going to go down, because they can't both go up, right? Well, they essentially can, but for the most part, they don't actually do that, right? So if we see here, right, we're seeing that price is rejecting off these trend lines, right? We see structures creating lower lows and lower highs, right? We see in the 15-minute time frame prices trading below the 50 SMA. We see in the 5-minute we have divergence, right? We have hidden divergence, sorry. So on the 5-minute time frame, we have hidden divergence right here, right? Lower lows, and then we have essentially even a higher low right here. You know what I'm saying? Where price, I'm at a higher high. You know what I'm saying? So you have price creating that hidden divergence right here. And if you guys don't know what hidden divergence is, I believe I talked about it in a video, that divergence video. If not, just search up videos on hidden divergence and divergence. Hidden divergence is just basically price is giving you an indication that price wants to continue with the trend. Divergence is basically reversals, you know what I'm saying? And if you're trading divergence specifically, with trading divergence, wait for structure to be broken. Don't just try to implement divergence and just take a trade based off that. So what I like to do is, if I see divergence happening, I'm going to wait for price to literally break structure. And once price breaks structure and gives me a pullback for an entry, then I take my sell. So basically is what I'm saying is this. Let's say price was creating divergence right here, right? So you have this high and this high, right? So let's go on the 15-minute time frame. If this high is lower than this high, as you can see, right? So you have divergence, this high, and then price right here. So you have divergence right here. What I'll be waiting for is price to break structure, right? You have higher high right here. Price pulls back here to this zone. I'm taking a sell. So as you can see, right, we see how price had broke the zone, had broke structure, has broke this higher low. So you have a broken point in the market right here. I mark up my fibs from this point to this point, and it rejects off the 38.2 level. So I don't trade off the 38.2. I like to get better entries, but as you can see, right, price rejected off the 38.2. The 38.2 is just a level of continuation. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's pretty much this trade. You know, $700 banked on this trade. And that's great. You know what I'm saying? When you're going from trading a job where you're making $200 to $300 a week to making $700 in, you know what I'm saying, 2 hours, that's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? And that's the things that you have to understand when you're trading these prop firms. Don't look to go for these home runs. Don't look to go for making $50,000, $60,000 on a 50K account. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if you're 400K funded or something like that on FTMO, I can understand you can make that type of money. But realistically, for majority of people, they're not getting 400K funded. They're getting 100K to 200K funded or even 50K funded or less. So aim for 10 to 20% of your account a month. You know what I'm saying? Use dynamic risk when you're in profit. Don't use dynamic risk at break even. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself wiggle room before you implement these certain things that's going to be increasing your risk and doing all these stacking and orders and stuff like that. And you want to be taking trades that are having the highest quality, that honestly are trading with the trend. If you're a trend trader, trade to your plan. Stick to 1 to 2 trades per day or something like that. You don't have to be so aggressive in these accounts. You don't have to take all these different trades. You don't have to trade all these different sessions. Taking 1 to 2 trades per day, sticking to high probability setups is all you need. And again, I'm going to show you that I have the certificate. Here's the picture of the certificate that I am funded with my Forex funds. Check it out. And I'm going to show you the profit again for the day. Check it out as well. And again, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content. You know what I'm saying? This is a 1 to 2 risk reward right here. And if I did it, you can do it. 27 pips banked in a couple hours. Hope you guys enjoy this video.